You sit in a bustling meeting, words flying like arrows, but you hold back, observing, processing, only chiming in when it truly matters. Social gatherings buzz with chatter, yet you prefer the edges, listening intently while others dominate the airwaves. A friend shares a story, and your response is concise, thoughtful, not a torrent. Why do some of us embrace silence as sanctuary, speaking sparingly while the world chatters on? What's unfolding in the brain and body when verbosity yields to veribosity, turning quietude into a quiet strength rather than a social shortfall? Tonight, we're whispering into the psychology and physiology of those who talk less. It's not reticence or rudeness, it's a deliberate dance of neural restraint, hormonal harmony, and evolutionary elegance that favors depth over decibels, observation over outburst. Let's hush into the moment of restraint. A conversation sparks, an impulse urges speech, but you pause. Your prefrontal cortex, the executive overseer, engages robustly, weighing words via the orbital frontal region for social value and impulse control. In talkative types, this gate opens freely. For quiet ones, it's discerning, filtering through the anterior cingulate cortex to detect conflicts or irrelevance. Physiologically, this restraint tempers the sympathetic nervous system. No adrenaline rush from hasty retorts, heart rate steady, norepinephrine modulated for focus rather than frenzy. Silence rewards with a subtle dopamine drip from self-regulation, calming the amygdala's alarm. It's efficient. Less talk means conserved energy, basal metabolic rate optimized, avoiding the cortisol spikes of over-engagement. Studies echo this. Quiet individuals often show heightened vagal tone per polyvagal theory, signaling a parasympathetic dominance that fosters calm connection without verbal overload. The body learns silence equals safety, wiring the basal ganglia for habitual hush, where each unspoken word builds neural efficiency. Introduce the introspective observers. These quiet souls thrive on internal worlds, their default mode network active in self-reflection and daydreaming. Often introverted by nature, their dopamine pathways reward solitude over social stimulation. Extroverts get hits from chatter, but they from contemplation. Rooted in upbringings valuing thoughtfulness or environments where listening paid off, their mirror neuron system attunes finely to others without needing to mirror back verbally. Physiologically, this links to balanced serotonin levels, steady moods without the highs and lows of constant interaction, HPA axis humming low-key to prevent stress buildup. Ever noticed a quiet person spotting details others miss? That's their insula amplifying subtle cues, facial twitches, tone shifts, triggering empathic resonance without verbal drain. Oxytocin flows in quiet bonds, deeper for being unspoken. Cortisol stays subdued, inviting that still waters run deep aura. They talk less not from fear, but fulfillment in the unspoken, body relaxed in rhythmic breathing, immune function bolstered by reduced inflammation. Then the strategic silencers. For them, words are weapons wielded wisely. Think leaders who command rooms with pauses. Their locus coeruleus doles norepinephrine sparingly, heightening alertness for key moments rather than scattering it in small talk. Research highlights higher emotional intelligence here. Prefrontal amygdala circuits regulate impulses, allowing cognitive empathy to bloom. Physiologically, this conserves resources. Lower vocal cord strain means preserved laryngeal health, steady glucose use without the metabolic tax of GAB. They avoid logorrhea's pitfalls, where excessive talk signals disorders like mania. Instead, their glutamate GABA balance favors inhibition, preventing excitatory overloads that lead to anxiety. In groups, they listen, process via the temporoparietal junction for perspective taking, then deliver impact. Dopamine surges from influence, not volume. Body benefits: better sleep from unwound evenings, vagus nerve toned for digestive ease, no jaw tension from endless yapping. Don't overlook the empathetic absorbers. These quiet types feel deeply, speaking less to regulate intake. Their highly responsive mirror neurons echo emotions intensely, insula flaring with others' joys or pains. Genetic factors like the 5-HTT-LPR short allele amplify sensitivity, making verbal floods overwhelming. Polyvagal dynamics show a vigilant vagus, quick to dorsal freeze if overstimulated, but ventral in safe silences. Physiologically, this shields from empathy fatigue. Oxytocin bonds form selectively, cortisol buffered by intentional pauses. They process via the hippocampus, weaving memories richly without verbal dilution. Serotonin pathways stabilize, warding off mood swings. A quiet response isn't disinterest, it's digestion, body conserving ATP for internal synthesis, gut microbiome thriving in stress-free states. They talk less because words dilute depth, preferring actions or nods that sustain endorphin releases from authentic connects. The resilient reflectors add fortitude. Often shaped by challenges, bullying, overcritical homes, their quietude is armor, prefrontal strengthening from learned restraint. The anterior cingulate hones error detection, avoiding verbal missteps. Dopamine rewards precision over quantity. Physiologically, this builds resilience. Repeated silences lower baseline cortisol, enhancing hippocampal neurogenesis for better memory and learning. They think before speaking, engaging Broca's area deliberately, speech centers efficient, not overtaxed. Trauma might tune this, amygdala tamed through mindfulness-like habits, norepinephrine surges reserved for threats. Body echoes, steady heart variability signals adaptability, immune cytokines balanced for health. Quiet isn't withdrawal, it's recharge, mitochondria optimized, fatigue forestalled. Overlook not the cultural contemplators. In societies prizing restraint, think Eastern philosophies. Their quiet aligns with norms, testosterone modulated for calm assertiveness over aggression. Evolutionary-wise, silence aided hunters, less noise meant survival, wiring quiet genes for observation. Gender plays. Estrogen enhances emotional depth in women, often quieting for harmony. Men might channel into focused pursuits. Broaden the quiet canvas. The body thrives short-term. Silence drops blood pressure, eases respiration. Parasympathetic bloom brings restoration. Vocal rest prevents hoarseness, conserves saliva for oral health. Long-term, reduced stress invites longevity, telomeres preserved, inflammation curbed, cardiovascular risks lowered. Yet pitfalls lurk. Unchecked quiet might mask isolation. Oxytocin dips foster